Y'all doing tonight? Y'all doing good? Man, yesterday, 2 days ago was my birthday, and anybody ever struggle with getting older a little bit?
Nope.
Hence these tight black pants and my big thighs, I'm like trying to look young every time, younger and younger. So struggling with getting older, but I'm so excited to be here tonight. Who loves Jarell Roach? This brother is absolutely amazing. I've known him for about 10 years, and always laughing, always having a good time, talking to him the jobs that he's doing, on top of being a husband and father and friend and all that stuff. So I'm excited for tonight. I'm ready to laugh. We were back there laughing, and we got some guys who think they're kind of funny. They were working it up a little bit, but Jarell asked us. He was like, I got my phone. Can any of y'all can I use y'all phone? And nobody said a word. It was like, anybody type, who holds their phone too close to you? Who holds your phone? You ain't giving that phone up for nothing. And we all was like, I ain't got no energy, I ain't got no battery. It was silent, but they ready to go. They're ready to have some fun tonight. I'm on the stage in Omaha, Lincoln, and also a kid across America. His ability to bring the funny through storytelling keeps his audience cracking up. So I want y'all to give it up for my man, Jeremiah Sappho.
Well, I guess I gotta do this quick. Hold on, let me start my timer and make sure I keep my time. I know we ran on CP time tonight, but I gotta run correct, so I'm gonna get started. Man, how many of y'all got whooped growing up? You pick whoop? All right, so I realized that now that I'm a father, I really had to really think about my own upbringing and different things like this. And now I think of myself and I think of my daughter, okay? And my mom used to say certain stuff to me. She used to say a lot of phrases. So I remember sitting with Jarell, and Jarell would say this, because I know Jarell, he sympathized with me on this too. My mom would say stuff like, quit crying before I give you something to cry about. Mm-hmm. Or she'll say, this hurts me more than it hurts you. Does it really? I doubt it. But when I was growing up, I would do anything. I swear, I would do anything to get out of some pain. Anything. So I'm telling you, I was the person, you know when somebody start crying before they get whooped? And they're just like, oh, I'm sorry. I remember, you ever get whooped when like, you're at the store, you do something at the store, and then you gotta wait till you get home? And she told you, wait till we get home. When my parents, I'm telling you, when my parents when they said, Jeremiah, you're gonna get a whooping when you get home, it may as well have come straight from the mouth of God. Nothing was gonna separate you from that whooping. Right. Not height, nor depth, nor life, nor death. Even if the sky cracked and Jesus came back, mom would be like, hold on, you need to get this whooping. Right. So, for real, I'm telling you, anything. So what I would do to try to avoid this whooping sometimes, I would say, Mom, you know, I got a headache, Mom. My head hurts, Mom. If that didn't work, I get more desperate, you know what I'm saying? My leg, Mom. Mom, I got my carteroid in my leg or something like that. And then I would get really desperate and I'll say, Mom, like,
You got the corduroy.
Like, first, this the big one, Mama. I'm having a heart attack, Mama. And if you whoop me, I can die, Mama. I can die. And she say, we'll have a real nice funeral for you. I said, are you serious, Mom? And another one that she loved to say, she'll say, I brought you in this world.
I'll take you out.
So y'all parents are evil too, man. I'm telling you, man. So fast forward. So I would do anything to avoid pain. I got married a couple years ago. That's my beautiful wife back there. Raise your hand, baby. Look at you. You're all fine and stuff. So, all right, so anyways, I get married, right? My wife says, man, if we want to have a baby, we end up finding out we was pregnant really early into the marriage. She said, I want to do this without any meds, anything, like nothing. She gonna do it medieval style. All right. So we get down there, right, and it's time, and we take this birthing class, and we get to the time when the baby is about to come, right? So I'm here. Y'all know it's produced. So I tell her, I say, baby, it's better you than me. So we get in there, and we about to have this. She's pushing this out, right? She's pushing little Ruthie. Look at little Ruthie baby. She's pushing her out. And for those of you who don't know, the worst part of childbirth is at the end. And what they call it the ring of fire, okay? They call this the ring of fire. It's when the baby's head crowns. If you don't know what that is, ask your mom or somebody that had a baby or something like this, okay? So the baby is coming out. I'm telling you, Ruth's hair right here. The doctor looked at her and said, hey, look, listen. She said, the baby's heart rate is going down. You need to hurry up. You need to really push this one out, right? And I knew my wife. I knew she was determined. I knew she was focused. I knew she had all this energy, but I didn't know like she was like my mama. She looked at me and she's pushing like this, and she's like, and I'm sitting here and I start getting emotional and I start crying because I'm like, she said, look at his face. I start crying. And she looked at me, she grabbed my, she said, look at me. She said, this hurts me more than it hurts you. To try and find you something to cry about.
I used to get whooping so bad now, I still have flashbacks. My mom gave me that, like, ooh, remember that butt whooping I used to get. Thanks, man, that was awesome. Our next man coming to the stage. He's funny, man, recently got his start up doing comedy and has been killing it in the local scene. He is the senior pastor of New City Church in Bellevue, but his Puerto Rican roots started in the East Coast. Wow. You enjoy his clever comedy. I want y'all to welcome to the stage my man, Elvin Torres.
Where are my married people at? Who married in here? Who's married? I'm married. On the 19th of this month, I celebrate 19 years of marriage.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie though, marriage is challenging, amen? Let me tell you my biggest challenge in marriage. You ready? My biggest challenge in marriage is this. My wife is white. You don't understand. She's very white. Her name is Becky. And white people make me nervous. So I'm always nervous. You need to stop looking at me. You making me nervous. I'm just joking. I like white people. Love me the whites.
What do you say? Love me the white.
Whites are cool, I like them, I got one. Here's what it means. My wife and I have experienced life very, very differently. Very, very differently. We've been married for 19 years. As an example, we have 4 kids because we get bored. And 3 of my kids look a lot like me. Dark skin, dark hair, right? They look a lot like me. But one of my kids, she looks a lot like her mama. Blonde hair, blue eyes, like a little Disney princess, right? She looks a lot like her mama. And we experienced life differently. When my wife would take my son to the grocery store when he was little, she put her little brown bundle of joy in her arms. People would walk up to her and go, "Aw, when did you adopt?" When I take my little princess and have her little white hand in my arm, walk to the store, I look away, I look back, and I catch people going, "Are you okay?" Oh my God. Just give me a second. That's a kidnapping joke. Because of the racism. See, but the challenges in our marriage don't only come from outside of our family, they also come from inside of our family. Because anybody that got older siblings that are just mean and try to say mean stuff, my oldest would often tell her little sister, "You ain't one of us. You were adopted."
Oh, no.
Right? And so I'd have to come to her rescue and let her know, baby, listen. First of all, adoption is a wonderful, beautiful thing, and I tell her all the merits of adoption. It's a picture of God's love for us, how he made outsiders insiders. It means that we chose you and we got stuck with her. That's what good dads do. They give their kids ammo. And then I said, baby, plus, of course you're not adopted. You look just like daddy. And she went from being hurt to being comforted to being offended. Wow. She went, my nose isn't big, it's little. Hey, that's my time, guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
And you start talking about whites and blacks, you get a little touchy on that a little bit. A little touchy. Man, that was fantastic. Next to the stage, to my man, his name is Shamar Edwards. This funny man rocked the stage for the first time this year with Jarell. Oh, Shamar was already up, but wasn't he? No, not yet. Different Shamar. By the time he finished with the set, this normal quiet brother killed the stage. We're looking forward to seeing him being a blessing right here now. Let's give it up for my man, Shamar Edwards. Oh, we got some people in the building. We got some people.
You don't know me.
good to be here. Just want to give a quick shout out to Jarell for giving me this opportunity to speak tonight. Just want to say thank you so much. Is anybody here been to South Dakota? Anybody been to South Dakota? Okay, a couple people. So I recently went to South Dakota with my family for Memorial Day, and we decided to, recently went to South Dakota with my family for Memorial Day, went to Mount Rushmore, Badlands, Danwood, and even saw some wildlife. So we decided to go to church out there, and it was a healing service. So the pastor came out and he's like, is there anybody here today, anybody dealing with any kind of pain, back pain, chest pain, high blood pressure, sugar diabetes, stomachache, gas, please go to the bathroom, check yourself, check your drawers, and come back and let me know. I'm like, okay, this is a different type of service. So I went to the bathroom, pat myself down and checking my drawers. So then I went back in front of church, and the pastor like, young man of God, please tell me, how do you feel? Please tell me. I said, Pastor, I took your advice. I went to the bathroom, checking myself and checking my drawers. And I just noticed one thing. Please tell me what happened. Please tell me. I have doo-doo stains.
Oh no.
Young man of God, don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. Everybody backslides. Yes, everybody backslides every once in a while, right? Oh, man.
Oh my God.
So anybody, Aldi shoppers in here? Anybody shop at Aldi? Got some shoppers over here, some shoppers over there. Hey, I ain't got no shame in my game. I go to Aldi every week. Take my 25 cents, get my buggy, and put in my groceries. But the bad thing about going to Aldi, I guess the food is so close to the expiration date, you eat it within 24 hours. It's going bad.
Oh my
But I went to the Aldi. There's a black cashier that works there. And every time I go there, it's like he's preaching to me in the checkout line. You got some grapes, and that's gonna be $1.49. And you got some strawberries and kiwi, and that's gonna be $3.49. You got some milk and eggs, that's gonna be $5.49. And your total is 12. I don't think you heard me now. And your total is 12. Come on, somebody now. And your total is 12.42. Thanks for your time. My name is Shamar.
Here for my man Shamar. Good job, man. I know that Indian preacher. I know. He's a good friend. Next to the stage, come to the stage. Is this funny man is sitting the stand-up comedy stage for his first time ever. He is a member of Master's Commission at Bellevue Christian Center and has a talent for humor. He's the only white guy in there he is. You know who he is? Let's give it up, my man, for Stephen Brooks.
Man, I should have gone after Jeremiah because I was reading the Bible the other day, and it was talking about disciplining your children with a rod of correction. But in my dad's case, that would be the belt of correction, right? Anyone know about that? Yeah. My dad, I always knew as a kid exactly when I was in trouble. I would hear the bell jingle, it would be like ding ding, and I was like, oh man, what did I do now? What did I do? And I'd be like looking around. And then my dad, he would do this thing where he would take his belt off so dramatically, he'd be like, boy, come over here. Jeez, man. He would take the belt and fold it in half and just whip it a couple times.
Oh, wow.
Like, geez Louise, it's like some sort of fear tactic. And it definitely worked. It was worse than the actual spanking. I mean, the spanking lasted the pain of it lasted 3 minutes tops. But the fear has lasted for 22 years. I can't even go into a public restroom anymore. I'm like, about to do my business. I'm like, I hear the bell jingle. I'm like, Dad? What I do? Now, I have to go pee in a bush. It's embarrassing. I have something called PTBJS. It's called post-traumatic bell jingle syndrome. Yeah, my dad gave me a syndrome because I was so scared of the sound of the bell. I was like, oh my goodness, Dad. And now, I have this fear in my life and a little bit of an anger issue. So I just, thank you, Dad. Speaking of anger issues, I really like rap music. Now, I consider myself a little bit of a connoisseur of rap. Now, I know what you all are thinking. I've looked in the mirror. I get it. I don't fit the typical demographic of someone who likes rap. I know what you're thinking. What's a comedian know about rap? I got it. You know, I want to show my extensive knowledge of rap just by listing a few rappers that I know. Eminem, Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady, the real Slim Shady. But my favorite rapper of all time is Dr. Seuss. He's not a rapper. Okay, have you ever read his books? You've been reading them wrong if you don't know that's rap. I need somebody to do something with me right now. Okay, I need y'all to clap, all right? Just give me a rhythm. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, black fish, blue fish, old fish, new fish. Thank you so much for that.
Good job, man. Good up my man Carlos again, man. Good job, man. Hey, you still don't know what a good whooping is, man. Hey, I don't know about y'all. My whoopings lasted her a lot longer than 3 minutes.
Right.
Boy, you can sit down in a chair. Man, you get a good butt whooping. Boy, you walking for days. Man, all right. Good job, man. Coming to the stage next. It's a funny man. This funny man is becoming more widely known for his hilarious stand-up. He's a former radio personality at 1690 AM, The One, and is the founder of the Laughter Over Sorrow campaign. Recently has made appearances as the Omaha Funny Bone, and he said he is self-proclaimed the sex symbol of comedy. I want y'all to give it up for my man, Carlos Tibbs.
Look at him. Get it, Carlos!
What's going on? Hey, man, give a hand to all these comedians, man. Woo! Y'all making it tough. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. I want to shout out all the parents who are super bad kids that tell people business. I want to thank y'all. Because of your bad kids, people like me get to enjoy your life. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Because what happens is, your kids coming to me and be like, Mr. Carlos. I'll be like, hey, little Johnny. Man, my mama said my daddy got a week to find a job or he got to get out the house. Because he ain't had a full-time job since his 2-year bid in the pen. Really, little Johnny? Yeah. And she also said that if another one come in his DMs, she gonna let him have it. Really, little John? Just saying, man, y'all gotta watch out what y'all doing, because kids will tell your business, for real. Another thing is, I fight kids. If your kid come up and call me fat, just know I'm gonna punch him in the face. I'm not laughing. I was at church one day, man, and it was a group of kids came up to me. They was like, giant, giant, giant. I said, all right, little kids. All right, little kids. And it was cool until I heard one of them say, let's get some rocks and throw it at them. So that, my mind said, you know, let's square up there, little. What up? You want to throw some rocks? You want to throw some rocks? I started DDTing little kids. One kid caught a power bomb. I got on a chair and came off the chair with straight elbow to his chest. His mama said he's healing up quite good. His ribs are doing quite good. Yeah. But what I really want to tell y'all is, if you got a shady friend and you feel like they ain't really being a good friend to you, invite their kids over to spend the weekend with you. Because this is exactly how it's going to go. TT, I love hanging out with you. Oh, poo-poo, I love hanging out with you too. Yeah, TT. My mama be wrong about everything she say about you. Oh, really, poo-poo? What your mama be saying? TT, my mama said, you ain't gonna never find a man because you order from the whole right side of the McDonald's menu. Oh, really? That's what your mama said. But go back and tell your mama I'll find a man that her husband stay out of my DMs. Ooh, TT.
Oh, no.
I'm telling, no, poo-poo, I'm just playing. That was just a joke. No, I'm telling TT, poo-poo, what you want? I'll give you whatever you want. Just don't go back and tell your mama. You show TT? Yeah. Just don't tell your mama. Okay. Well, I want some McDonald's just like you. Well, what you want, poo-poo? I want ribs, chicken, wings, burgers, fries, McFlurries, you name it, TT, just like you. Thank y'all. My name is Carlos. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Anybody ever got one of them uncles in your house that's kind of a little crazy a little bit? Carlos is that uncle you don't send your kids to. He's that uncle. Good job, man. Way to go. Next, come to the stage. He thinks he's really funny. Like he's borderline. He crazy out there. I've had the pleasure of knowing this man. He says he's funny around the city of Omaha, hosting great events of the arts and entertainment world, whatever the arts and entertainment world that is. He brings a great stage presence with various audiences and is going to rock the stage with his comedy. I want y'all to give it up for y'all very own Malcolm Timber.
I forgot I'm out of shape. I didn't realize. Running across there and I got but 3 minutes. I'm gonna need all of them to get my breath. No, I'm serious. Y'all laughing. Come on up, Fred. I'm done. All right. Let me go because everybody else was funny and I don't have nothing really. I was hoping Jarell would pull me last minute, but top of my head, I guess I'll think of something to say. So, me, I ain't always been saved. I know that's hard for y'all to believe because my worship is for real. Stay right there. That's what pastors say when they don't know what to say up there. Just worship real quick.
Oh my God.
I feel the spirit moving. No, you didn't study last night. Now you're trying to hope that God download something real quick into your system. Late watching the game, you didn't. I'm tired of you preaching out of Genesis. We know in the beginning. We know that. We already know that, Pastor. We know that. Can you go further into it? I came here to get saved. Speaking of that, it's a difference when you're dating. When, back in the day, Jameson, you probably understand this. You call a girl up on the phone, you click your music on in the background, the song is telling her what you are trying to tell her. You really ain't got no game, but you copying the words of the song. I'm gonna sing a little something for y'all so y'all know. Y'all wasn't on my work. Y'all ready? Get your cameras out, because this ain't gonna. I would ask you to come up, but I ain't got but 3 minutes, and I know how church musicians is. Y'all be. I can't find you. One moment. Ooh, I almost said something. Oh, so, you throw your little, for some of y'all, the Isley brothers, y'all remember the Isley brothers? Anybody know? Do I need to come down further?
Come on now.
Keep Sweat be in the background. You may be young, but you're ready. Remember that, Terry? Remember that? You still got that in the car right now, don't you? No. Yeah, of course, I'm not the singer. I'm not the, I ain't gonna get up here and really just blow real quick. I thought y'all might have thought that was gonna happen, but no. So when you get saved, what do you do? What do you play? What do you do? They didn't teach me this. They didn't give me a handbook after you get saved. So, when I was dating my wife, I called up, I had Kurt Franklin in the background. You think gospel music is going too far? In the background, never would have made it. She's like, hello? Yeah, I'm just worshiping you in my life, man. I'm just trying to bring you into worship with me. I'm just trying to come full circle with you in my life. I don't know what else to say because everything else in my voice is sinning. I'm sinning. But I'm trying to get better. I really am trying to get better. At church, it's the season to give. It's blessed to be a blessing. The problem that I have with that is, panhandlers. I don't pay panhandlers. That's my thing. I just look at it like, how do I really know you're starving? You kind of look good to me to be able to hold that sign for 8 hours. If you was really hungry, you'd at least be on one knee by now. I don't know, because I drove by you earlier and you still standing the same way. I don't know. I'm just wondering if you're really hungry or not. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
But I had made a choice that I was going to go ahead and the next panhandler, I was going to take care of him. But I realized I didn't have any cash on me. So I didn't want to make eye contact with him, Jeremiah. I was just like, oh, okay. Because you make eye contact, then they got you. They got you. Now they gonna ask you for the money. So I was good. I went in the store, then I forgot. My phone rung, I looked down, I looked up, he was like, and I was like, oh man, I would go ahead and give you some cash, but all I got is my card. He was like, you know what? I understand. This day and age,
You have a debit card. You have a debit card.
this fool pulled out one of them credit card swipes on me. That's my time, y'all.
Good, man. That was good. Oh man, you know your debit card declined. You try to swipe, hey, you need some more funds in there, man. Hey, coming to the stage next, this dude stay locked and loaded. This man I've known him for quite a few years, and he always got jokes. Stays ready to fire, ready to aim. He's known for his witty humor, down-to-earth wisdom. He has blessed hundreds through Omaha, Lincoln, and Eagles Nest with his stand-up comedy, and I'm sure he's going to bring the fun in tonight. I want y'all to give it up for my man, Fred Peoples, the People's Chef. Let's go.
First of all, I ain't no comedian. All right? Thank you, sir. That was a part of my act. No, I guess you could say I kind of gave up comedy. I found a new hobby about 3 years ago. Started running and just ran. Then I started doing marathons. But I'm gonna tell you something. A marathon, that is something that I would tell you not everybody want to do it. Because just recently, I ran 2 in the last 45 days or so. So I was just recently running one here in Omaha. So if anybody knows anything about marathons, hey, mostly, not trying to be racist, which I'm not, Africans winning. Just because I'm black, I'm not winning. But I got a little bit of encouragement this past marathon. I was running, you put it this way, usually I just show up, boom, take off. Usually the Africans and the guys, that, the pros, they up front. So I was running, I got about the 2-mile mark here in Omaha. This African dude come by me, so I'm not thinking anything good. I'm thinking like, oh, maybe he had a late start, anything like that. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. But I'm not judging. I'm looking at it. Most traditional Africans, when they run, they got the shorts on, shoes and everything. My man come running past me with a soccer jersey, some Jordans on, and some basketball shorts. I said, well, hey, that might have been all he had. He can still win this thing in about 2 hours and 45 minutes. But in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking like, we'll see. Got to about mile 6. See, Africans, if you know them, when they run marathons, they usually don't pretty much hydrate anything about mile 8, mile 16, mile 22. My man was standing up there at mile 6 at the first aid station, he drinking. So then I'm thinking like, oh man, maybe he cramped up or something like that. So we got to about mile 7. When I seen that I passed him, I was like, oh, it's on. It's on, because this brother, he might have been African, but I think he was American African. I don't think he was born in Africa. Because there was no way possible that I should have passed this dude. No way. So then fast forward, I ran a marathon in Vegas recently. Great experience, awesome experience. Got there, 40,000 people, ran the marathon. that largest marathon I ever ran in. So I get there. So I felt like I walked the marathon before the marathon even started. Because it was 40,000 people. We get there an hour before it starts, and they're like, yeah, you got to enter in from the back. So you got to start at the back of 40,000 people and make your way all the way up to the corral. I was in corral 2, was at the front. So we take off. I didn't ever make it up there. So we're running. And so when you're running a marathon, you run against different types of runners, different types of people that you see. And you just look at him like, oh, but there was a guy next to me when we took off. Immediately in my mind, because I'm a man, you get that competitive thing going like, oh, I know this dude is not gonna beat me. He was a Marine. He had full camouflage. He had a backpack. He had everything but the gun. And I already knew. I was like, if he beat me, I'm quitting. I'm just gonna walk off the course, call my wife, and say, meet me back at the hotel, because I quit. But, ran a marathon. But one thing about marathon runners, and just the race period, you don't even think, there's no more shame. There's no shame when you run a marathon, because you're just running, all of a sudden you just see people peel off. Use the bathroom in the parking lot, it don't matter. They do everything, it's everything happen. But running this marathon was a experience like no other, because I got about 14, 15 miles in. One of the things they tell you is you stick to your routine, stick to what you're supposed to do. So I have my gels, my sport beans. I got a little frugal during this marathon because I'm like, oh man, they got the good stuff at the table. So I'm drinking their stuff, eating their stuff. I'm only supposed to eat the water. Well, something happened about mile 15. I ain't gonna go into detail. There wasn't no porta potties around. So I got to the finish line a little faster than what I was supposed to get at the time. So we'll just chalk that up as a lesson learned. But one of the things I want to talk about too tonight is nicknames. One thing I will say, white people, you guys have great nicknames. Black people, no. White people, they can use their nickname as their first name. Chip, Eagle, Hal. Black people, we got collard green. We all know Pookie. TT. See, white people, the thing I just noticed, like, probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was in a meeting at work. A guy comes in, he's a VP, we're talking. He tosses me his business card. Had his name on there, Clarence Chip, whatever, Jones, whatever his name was. So I was like, man, everybody referred to him as Chip. He's a VP. Now, you think Pookie can put his nickname on a business card? I don't think so. I mean, how would you like to be in there? Like, look here, man. We about to have you go interview in here with Collard Green and also the VP of Pookie. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna cut it. That's one thing about